Hey, what's going on, guys? Gulliver here. Different video today. I just have received the newsletter weekly some hours ago, and I would like to make a commentary about some stuff that there is here. Normally, this is something this is a content that I don't normally do because I think there are other uh, there's other YouTube content creators that are more into the game with the schedules and datas and everything that they can give more and better info than me, but I'm more technical about the game updates with the fixing of bots and the buffs, nerfs, majorly buffs. Like I think that the only nerf that I have saw in the game was like a nerf slash. It was like a buff to a defensive thing, so it's kind of nerf to the game. It was like a silent buff to the HQ. They added some percentage on the damage resistance, something like that. But the most thing and half shell, obviously, because there was a huge difference between like the what the 2 star between what the 3 star could be doing. Uh, like if you place a 3 star maxed out with a not even a purple one, the G metal, but the gold one, you could like one shot like shock tower on hard league, prime zones kind of thing. It was like kind of ridiculous. So they have to make it like more proportional damage. Then they have ended like messing up a little bit too much, and even like have take out the damage from the 4 star and like other versions of the bot, which make like a little bit like not work properly. So there's always this kind of situation like every single patch like there is a window that opens that like makes something that's not working properly to like have some kind of collateral damage. Uh, it's like the Hydra thing. You fix one thing, you bug another thing. Like in the programming of the thing, I have studied programmation and in more than 10 years ago. It was like a friend of mine, which was making like a engineering. He like tried to teach me stuff, and it was like, no, I can't. Sorry, it's basically impossible. But let's go to the newsletter. Small War, week 4 of the season 32. It's pretty nice. Not much new stuff here. The important stuff that's here is that is a weekend event, individual from day 30th of 9 to day 16th of 9, September 2024. This weekend starting Friday. You'll be able to get 4 Aerial Crystals, 1 Skin Core for Warfare Cybertron, that's really nice. I really like this Warfare Cybertron skins. 2K 500 4-star shards, 7K 500 3-star shards, 4 times 500 500K Troop XP, 350 Spark, and 2 million Alloy and Energon. So you have the zoom in on the rewards that you can get. So be sure to like print that if you want. The battles, typical battle zone scenarios, points for each battle zone, whatever. This weekend we have another boost in damage HP scenario, similar to like synergies, but they have made exclusively for the Beast Wars characters because it's the anniversary of Beast Wars. So they have made this to this event. So Beastwar Ironhide and Sea Clamp, Beastwar Sproul and Beastwar Rowhorn, Beastwar Silverbolt, then Sikadoom, I'm not sure how to say that. Uh, Cheater, Black Arachnid, the Dinobots, Leo Prime, and Predacon Inferno, T2 Mags, Optimus Primo, Kirax Megatron, Rhinox Tarantulas, Tasmania Kid Antagony, and Tiger Hawk Waspinator. Boss fuel stack based on how many bots are in the battle. So if there's two, it's times two. If it is three, it's times three, and so on. So it's 15% damage, 10% HP, and 10% movement speed. That's really nice. Taking all 5 Beastwar boss on battlefield will net additional 75% damage, 50% HP, and 10% movement speed for Beast Wars only. Oh, I'm not sure if it's a misclick or like they have limited the movement speed. It's only 10%. I'm not sure if that's a misclick or I'm not sure if it's wrong or right, but it's here. So we can have some fun with like making T2 Max even more OP. Oh my god, why not? And I'm definitely sure that they're not going to be like. I'm not sure if it's if this weekend only is just for the event, or it's just all the game modes of the week, like Zen farming, stuff like that. So I'm not really sure which it's going to be. So it's really hard to tell, at least to me. It's really hard to test. So yeah, you can be aware of that. Like, and the combiners still have the boost. The first 3 guys here, they are the Magnabos and Triprodacos combiners, so they stuck. So they still kept with the damage boost stuff and the less damage. One good thing that they have announced is that it's the new 5-star batch. Containing some interesting things here. Blue Streak and Real Rider, I think this is one of the most hyped ones. From what I saw, they have made the Blue Streak Real Rider on the Christmas last year, so it's like kind of bad timing because if you have like Christmas and stuff to do, you can't have like time for like playing the game because you have all the parties, you have all the celebrations, you have people at your house everywhere all the time, or you're going to other places all the time, so you can't have like decent time to like do everything. Leo Prime, Predacon Inferno, I think it's a decent one as well. These are one of the Neobots / various events from last year, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure if Predacon's last is not is the first. I think it's one of the first from this year. It's not from last year. I'm not sure about that. I think it's one of the first from this year. Beachcomber Deluge, really nice. I think that the Deluge is like more being used on offense is on defense because of the amount of HP and everything. Deluge with Jace, if I remember correctly. It's been like a high thing used on like time traps strategies. So it's like really good. I think that it took a while since we have Deluge and Beachcomber. the chance to have it. So like it's really good to have the opportunity to like have it now. I'm thinking about if the scale of the 4 star to the 5 star is going to make the luge be a problem to the game. I don't think exactly so, because I think it's like uh, in order of everything, like the essay, the luge is kind of like really balanced and everything. Uh, so I don't think it's going to be a like huge problem. It's just like to be an annoying guy on defense if you can't take it out quickly. But no problem on that. Uh, Hover and Lockdown, the patch the cost. I'm not sure if it's the patch of one of the essays. Let me get something here. So, Lockdown 3+2, 3+2. So yeah, it's likely going to be 3+1 on both, I believe. So it's going to be like a little bit more easy to spam him if you want, like make towers everywhere. I don't see he being massively used. I think that he's going to be like the bot that everyone's going to be like dropping in from the batch and saying, "Oh my god, lockdown so bad!" Like, you know what I mean? Uh, I'm not sure, but like I don't like this bot any way, shape, or form. I think it's like underperforms in a lot. I tried with both of the G1s. Uh, I just don't like the way it functions. I just feel that it's weird. Uh, I honestly believe that the timing and the duration of the turns should be a little bit longer, because most of the time with the healing tower at least it's mistargeting the bots that are close to you, so they don't heal anything. There's just a tower there that like trying to target stuff, so it's like it's aiming left, it's aiming right, it's aiming up, it's aiming down, and it's not healing anything. So it's like he gets like a couple of seconds very very confused, and then when it starts healing, the timing on it just drops out and like goes off. So like it's very very underwhelming, like underperforming and everything. Like I'm not really a good fan of Lockdown, to be honest. So, but there's an option there if there's any good strategy on these. I think that he's a melee, so you can use like uh, J- Baru, Gabu, the acid one, stuff that increase DPS to increase the healing as well in combination with that. But I haven't honestly no decent strategies with lockdowns. Like I think that the only thing that made him like relevant for a while was a bug last year, or no, I think it was in the beginning of the year, which was like uh, if he created a tower, he would create a tower and he wouldn't, and the tower wouldn't drop like out. He was like continuous. It was like continuous there, and the tower like kind of protects itself. So like it was like continuously doing damage and everything. So like it's really really annoying. Unless if you have like one or two healers like keep your stuff live, it's going to like consistently doing damage. So it's like a permanent laser beam like doing damage to your stuff. So like outside of that, I don't see this bot being used in any way, shape, or form that's like shaking the meta or like seeing like a crazy strategy around. And for the last one, we have Known Skull and Drillhorn. They have slightly increased a little bit of the HP, which is like nice for every single warrior to have a little bit of extra survivability. Increasing HP of the over the scale of the natural bot. I think it's like nice. It buffs even more the 5 star. It's right. It's interesting to see how it's going to be useful. And I saw like I remember the video and the database of the highest win rate bots in the game, and this guy is one of the highest ones. I think it's the highest one in combination with another guys because it guarantees a path that you want to go because it smash walls and everything. I'm not sure because I don't like. I have like followed like another games through my life that I have said like okay, this is like a concept. This is a thing in this game that will always live on, that will always make part of it as a mechanic. That regardless of how much the game develops, it's going to be like there forever. And I'm not sure if pathing is one of the exactly things on these, because I don't think too much around on pathing most of the time. I just like place the bots that I want most of the time, and I'm like highly thinking like strategies and stuff. Like I'm like, okay, I need this bot to do this and close to this area, and this bot needs to be here to reach this area and make this combo with this bot to make this interaction could like this MDS or this cluster or certain build bots. So like tend to try to organize my team like that sometimes. Like sometimes half the team left, half the team right. Sometimes all together in the middle and like try to advance through like with like a join of everyone like in the middle. So I don't like. It's not that I don't care about pathing, but like I'm not sure how important is pathing today. Like I think that everyone kind of knows how to do it. Like you don't have to really bother too much about it, but it's just like a helper for like beginners and everything. In my opinion, to like oh if you're not like understanding how much some of the some of the mechanics of the game, you could use this guy, and this guy really helps with like opening ways to you literally. And but like it's weird because this guy is not highly used on like low on low on low leads. Like I think that has strong pipes, stuff like that's more used because of the cost, because of the acid. Everyone like loves headstrong pipes and stuff, and he's being more used on Hilux. So it's like kind of like a contradiction to what I think it is and what it is actually. So like I'm kind of confused about that, but you know what I mean. I actually like that this situation happening, but I think that this guy is like one of the most curious guys that we have in the game. I think that if you have like a certain strategy, like a certain bot, like one of the friends of mine like said, "How can you stop T2? Because every time I play against a guy that has T2, he just crushes me." And I'm saying, and I like told like the guy, if you try to stop it, it's easy to like kind of overflow the mid area with all the things that you can like. First thing, use Optimus yourself to like give yourself time and like try to freeze the guy the most you can. Stuff like the news, sound waves, minions, stuff like that, and try to like make the key defenses like lasers and DS mortars and everything be able to protect these guys. So like make sure of these outpost bots be protected, be in the range of mortars and DSs, lasers, these crucial defenses. So like they keep doing damage while they're dealing with the while they are dealing with the bots. So they have to use. So they eventually will have to use an SA on the bots. So they have to like use more of the SA points that they wanted. So they're not going to have like a lot of SAs in the end of the match when they reach the final third of your map with the key defenses being there, doing massive damage to you. And he said like, okay, I'm going to try that, but like if you really think about it, if you go like Blot Headstrong, trigger all the outpost bots, then go Drill Horn, path through the way that leaves open to T2 to just path through and go deeper in the map. This can like help to counter the strategy that I just mentioned to you guys. So like it's kind of a random option, I guess. So I'm not really sure how it's going to be. So yeah. It's just a random thought here. Another fix they have adjusted the damage reflection. So it was like the damage absorption wasn't working as I understand it, because it says it reflected the damage but didn't reduce the damage, while the reflection as how his reflection works. So like I think that's like really really weird, because it's I guess it's hard to program this, because like if you receive damage of a certain thing with a reflection, still receive 100% damage. But if you use something that absorbs damage, you kind of reflect less damage because you're receiving less damage. But to do this, they like, okay, first you reflect, then you absorb. So like I think that something in the middle of this situation was like glitching and everything. And because if you absorb and you reflect after that, you're going to reflect the damage after the absorption. So it's like reflection damage is always like a lower percentage of the absorption damage, so it's like kind of minimal. So it's going to be after the damage absorption is going to be even lower than that, even lower than the minimum. So it's going to basically do like nothing. So they have like corrected that. I think that reflecting the damage without absorbing is more detrimental for the bot itself than developing absorbing damage and then reflecting, because for the type of the guys that we have, like the Russian war guys, they need the survivability. We have a lot of FFDs, the variants of the MDS that pierce defenses, so it's very very like common to see this type of bots like being crucial to the main strategies of the game. So yeah, it's really good to see that another one have joined the party, and it's like good to go, because it's like it's more standard to the game now. Saga schedule, let's zoom a little bit here. Just hits the Aerial Crystal Beast Wars anniversary. Next one at least looks like it's going to be a combat one, then a combiner event, then a medic event, then the new bot after that, 1 month after that. Check out the content creators, they're going to live stream really soon. Some thanks for some guys there and everything. I really don't like pay too much attention to these. It's like good draws and everything. It's like kind of nice to see like they giving some attention to like people like have their artistic moments. Bug fixes, that's something that I really like to commentate about that. Looks like CL and also were kind of glitched with the 4-star to the 5-star version. I honestly don't understand too much when I read that as the first time, because I don't have the 5 star. But like, it's showing inaccurately. It was referring to the 5 star. So like, you have the 4 star. It was referring to the 4 one, or vice versa. I'm not really sure. So like, tell me in the comments if you know what this is all about. They have increased Grimlock and Razor Claw stats as the 5 star was inaccurately scaled. I think that's good to have like the correct scale on every single bot to like make them work properly. Thanks a lot for that. Beachcomber and Deluge, I think that's this is mentioning on defense. They will no longer make spiders invisible. I mean spider mines, I guess. Beachcomber is alone, and no other bot is able to make it, and there's no other bot to make it invisible. He will make a building closest to him invisible instead. So that's kind of nice, I guess. You make a building invisible, like you make an MDS invisible. Like think like you know it's there, like if you pay attention, but like it's going to be like fun if this happens, I guess. Some weird scenario, I guess. Bombers couldn't equip the Cosmic Rust Blast. I think that there was a guy or some people commentating about some, not specifically on Bombi Burst, but on some bots, like more than Bomb Burst, that wasn't being able to attach the proper weren't able to attach the proper combats on it, so it's like good to have them fixing that as well. Elias HQ Defender perk wasn't granting effect at level 5, so this will now grant the perk. We've also gone over other packs of other perks just to be sure that they will also work as intended. Heads up, if you're in the war, base 4 is now has a 10% HP and DPS increase in their defense alliance, and when their HQ has become level 5. So like, be aware of these if you're like a super crazy war fan as me. So base 4 is going to be a little bit harder than useful than what it used to be. Then the stream stuff, 19th September, make sure to join there to talk with the guys if you really like this content. So that's pretty much it. Return to the game. I think I'm going to like print like, no, it's because I don't have the 5-star, maybe it's not going to work, but like Drillhorn, for example, if you want, I can print the guy and show how it's the difference between him before and after the thing, the patch, because it didn't drop yet. Yeah, so it's 20k 520 HP, so it's going to be a little bit more after the patch, after Friday. So I think that's pretty much it, basically it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Every time that there is a interesting thing on the newsletter, like a patch update on certain bots, some bug fixing glitches that I think that are relevant to the game to mention, or a buff that's like interesting to see in the game, or like a synergy happening, I'm going to be like covering that for you guys, because I think that's like interesting content and interesting thing that people need to know. It's like play the game and like take the most advantage of it as possible. Thanks so much for watching. Gulliver out.